God is good. One more time, God is good. Right, and whenever someone comes to the Lord, it's that the angels are just dancing. They're just dancing, and then when we make our commitments to our children, that's even better. Everyone, how many of you ask yourself, how many have given kids back to the Lord? And many people at times during their upbringing, many parents would have thought, yeah, I would like to give my kids back to the Lord and get a return off of their pain, right? But we're talking not the physical realm, we're talking about the spiritual realm when we're giving our kids back to the Lord. And there's nothing better than that. Because in today's society, that's what we need. And so we're going to talk a little bit today about dedication, baby dedication, giving your children back to the Lord. Because we all should do it. Children is a gift to us. God gave the children to us as a gift. And it says in Mark 13 on the bulletin, you see that, they're the son of the kingdom. So we have to realize that, and so when He gives them that gift, we need to give them back to Him spiritually, so that they can be covered in the glory and the blessings. So but in order to do that, we must be obedient ourselves, because what we're doing today is a baby dedication. Many times people say, "Well, it's a baptism." It's not a baptism. A baptism is when someone makes their own decision that they want to commit themselves to the Lord, right? And that's a symbol of showing that their salvation. It's just a symbol. It's just a public symbol. But a dedication is actually the parents and the godparents and the family and the friends and the church and everyone who's associated with the child is saying that I'm going to contribute some way that to help this child be brought up in the word of the Lord. I'm going to contribute and add some way through prayer, through helping, through some way that child knows that there's only one way to go, because we have many paths, but there's one way to go, and that's the way of the Lord. Amen. So that's what this is about. I heard this story about, because everyone wants their children to behave, right? And this helps kids understand the moral values. And you start them from baby, right from the baby. It says teach a child the way they should go, and they will not depart from it. So we have to start from the infancy. Start from baby. And then when they grow up, then you know what? They may stray, but you know what? God. And with the power of prayer that we have to intercede for our children, we can always make sure that hedge of protection of angels is surrounded. There was a story I heard about this mother of three young, overactive children. I'm sure many of you have children that can understand what overactive children means. And so one of the little boys asked his mother, said, "What do you want on your birthday?" And so she goes, "Well, I want 3 well-behaved children." So the boy thought for a minute. He goes, "Oh, so that means you can have 6 children." So what that means is that most kids don't realize that they're misbehaving. Most kids don't realize that when they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So it's up to the parents. It's up to the people around them to teach them what they're doing. And in order to teach the way according to the Word of God, we have to know the Word of God. And not only know it, but we have to obey it. Job 36:11 says, "If you obey and serve Him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures." Now, in some Bibles, it says years in peace. And there's nothing better than that, than having peace or pleasure or just knowing that, I'm not worried. My children are surrounded by God. In Ephesians 6:4, it says, the second part of it says, bring up the children in training and admonition of the Lord. Bring them up in the Lord. They have to learn from the Lord. You look at society today. You have